What do Katy Perry, Morgan Wallen, Malcolm X, the Jonas Brothers, and myself all have in common? We are all pastors' kids. Growing up a pastor's kid was a unique experience for me. These two buildings were a huge part of how I was raised. This is my dad. He has pastored 2 churches in my lifetime and has had a huge influence on not only my life, but also my faith. However, being a pastor's kid isn't all fun and games. Research at Liberty University showed some of the top issues that pastors' kids struggle with. These include the parents' church/congregation seeming to top the children, lack of their own unique faith, and being at church every single day. However, the largest struggle is the stigma. As pastors' kids, we have to live up to these standards of the congregation, our parents, and the community. We had to maintain a good image, but essentially lived in a quote-unquote glass house where there was no escape. A pastor's family is seen as perfect, and no one was ever allowed to see us any differently. These are some personal pictures depicting things I shouldn't post because my outfit wasn't appropriate, or people were drinking, or the artist wasn't church appropriate. And this was even after I moved out of the house. To this day, my dad is still judged for my actions, even though I don't live at home. According to research at Taylor University, pastors' kids are thought to be one of 2 stigmas. The first is the perfect saint. These pastors' kids are typically academically superior, super spiritual, have firm morals, and tend to follow in the path of ministry. This stereotype gets people saying things like, "I can't cuss around you," or "you're boring," or "you won't do this because you're a pastor's kid." After interviewing a fellow pastor's kid, he said that these statements made him want to rebel to prove that he wasn't his dad. This leads us to stigma number 2, the rebel. The rebel is the pastor's kid that some would say has gone off the deep end. This could be extreme, like losing or rejecting Christianity altogether. However, it is likely that this quote-unquote rebel is simply that the pastor's kid isn't perfect. Some of the things that we get considered rebels for are things that other Christians wouldn't even get judged on. Qualitative research at Taylor University found that pastors' kids are held to a higher standard. This is likely due to 1 Timothy 3:1-10, which tells us how pastors should live their life to a higher standard. And pastors' kids tend to get held to this standard as well. Personally, I've had several experiences with this, but here are a few of the top ones. This is a tattoo I got depicting my favorite Bible verse, Joshua 1:9. A few days later, this post was made from a woman in my parents' congregation. A key point is she herself has tattoos, as do many other people in the church. This is a DM that I got on Messenger, sent to me about how country music is essentially bad for Christians and made them lose their faith. This was sent right after finding out that I attend country music concerts regularly as a hobby. Stigmas and harsh judgment like this is why many pastors' kids end up rebelling or losing their faith. Research from Cedarville University found that 40% of pastors' kids strongly question their faith at some point in their life. 33% no longer attend church, and 7% claim to no longer consider themselves Christian. With that being said, I am a pastor's kid. I am also a scientist, a college student, a country music fan, a sports enthusiast, a diamond doll, a Christian, and so much more. My challenge for you is to stop the stigma of pastors' kids. Truly get to know us, our faith, and our personality. Stopping this judgment can help to mitigate so many of the harsh stigmas that pastors' kids have to face.